months had passed since the day Harriet saw Professor Dolores Umbridge dragged through the Forbidden Forest by centaurs, and he was outraged to find out that she had been turned out to be an evil woman, causing pain and misery to students at Hogwarts. She had been allowed to return to the Ministry of Magic and to work for the Minister for Magic. Surely, Harry thought, that Fudge would have finally come to his senses and understood that Voldemort really was back to the living realm. But no! Fudge constantly believed that Voldemort was not back, and Harry and Dumbledore were constantly making out false pretenses in order to get him knocked out of being Minister for Magic, and for Dumbledore to be allowed to rise to power. Harry simply sighed at this, and got even more annoyed, for you see, things lately had not been going great for him, no, not indeed. For you see, first that happened was that Hermione had been starting to get nerves after all this time. The girl he loved, for once, was actually getting to him. She would constantly go on to him about how they should be focusing on their NEWTs and how he should be doing his homework. Harry could remember it as if it was yesterday. Harry dear, you really should be doing your homework, he remembered Hermione saying one day. Don't you want to pass your NEWTs and have a future after school, my dear? Harry shook that memory off. He knew, in his mind, that there could be no future for him. Not until, at least, Voldemort was defeated. And I just didn't understand that. For her, maybe, yes, there was a future. But for Harry, him, no. Until Voldemort was defeated, his entire existence was devoted to that one act. The other problem Harry had lately was that Ginny had started to go after him again. She developed these strange feelings for him yet again, which Harry didn't understand. He'd constantly tell her that he had no interest in her and that his heart was only for Hermione. But Ginny would not listen, and at some times even took drastic measures to get Harry to be with her, including trying to give Harry a love potion. But sadly for her, Hermione caught on to what she was doing, and when Harry drank the love potion and started blurting out to Hermione that, "Oh, Hermione, no, you've got it all wrong. I'm in love with Ginny. I'm going to go tell her right now." Hermione simply created an antidote and force-fed it to her boyfriend, laughing the entire time. And once he came to his senses, Harry was completely embarrassed and apologised to Hermione about ever thinking he'd even say the words that he was in love with Ginny. And he'd constantly shunned Ginny away after this as well, giving her even less opportunities to try and make the boy she loved fall in love with her. Harry did not know what to do at this point, but then he remembered Snape. After all, Snape was his godfather, and he had been taking a liking to Harry lately. Harry wasn't sure why, but at least it was better than being shouted at constantly, like Snape used to do. He went to the dungeons one day the next week, and asked to speak with Snape privately. He told Snape all about his issues about Hermione and Ginny, and then he asked Snape a question. "So, Sav, what do you think about all of this?" Snape took a long time to think about the answer. He often did when speaking to Harry these days. After all, the boy gave Snape a new perspective on life. To think that maybe the boy who looked like his father, who tormented Snape all those years ago, was not a bad person after all. Well, Potter, Weasley, I say just ignore her. She'll eventually get the point, I think, and leave you alone. Harry was about to interrupt, but then Snape bowed even louder. "As for Miss Granger," he said, without batting an eyelid, "I'd say she's got her heart in the right place. Give her some slack, boy." Sighed. He knew he was just being told what he wanted to hear. At least, that's what he thought at first. But then when he came to his senses and realised it, he knew Snape was telling the truth. After all, he was his godfather. Why would he lie to Harry? And what about Dumbledore, Snape? Where is he going all these times? All these months, he's disappearing. What's he doing? And what's up with his hand? He's shown me all of Voldemort's memories, but for what? What's it supposed to achieve, Seb? How is this, looking into memories, supposed to help me defeat him? Snape took yet another long pause to think of an answer. But then he spoke in a calm voice towards the boy. "The headmaster thinks in unusual ways, Potter. He's an unusual man. He thinks in ways that neither you nor I could even imagine to think of. However, he has told me bits about where he's going. Only vague hints, of course. He trusts me even less than he trusts you, you know." Harry gave a small smile to show that, he and Snape were at least in the same boat in that regard. Snape then continued. "As for his hand, it was a stupid ordeal." He pulled out a ring that had been shattered in half. "This, Potter, is what caused the damage to the headmaster's hand. A ring that was cursed. He stupidly put it on for some weird reason. I do not know why. Do not ask me. I don't have a clue. However, I was lucky enough able to seal the curse away in his one hand. I don't know how long he has. Could be a year. Could be less. It's unclear considering it's a curse that strengthens over time." Harry at first wanted to say something bad about this. How Dumbledore had been absolutely stupid on putting on this cursed ring, knowing that it would kill him. But then Harry gave a sad smile. "So he's dying?" "Yes, Potter. The headmaster will eventually die from this curse. I have my suspicions that potentially it was the Dark Lord who put the curse on that ring. I'm not sure though. Dumbledore won't confide in me," Snape finished in an angry scowl. "So, he's died, and there's nothing I can do. Voldemort will win." "Yes and no, boy," said Snape, optimistically. Their conversation was completely self, they both knew. After all, Snape knew that Harry knew occlumency at this point, so, therefore, the Dark Lord could not be reading Harry's thoughts at all. And Snape was able to mask his own from the Dark Lord for years at this point. If we find the Dark Lord's Horcruxes, Potter, and destroy these objects, he will weaken, and we'll have the advantage. Horcruxes? It's a way of sealing away one's soul. I didn't think it was possible, but then the headmaster mentioned it again, and I realized that it was true. The Dark Lord has multiple Horcruxes, hidden away in objects. And if we destroy these Horcruxes, Sev, will it defeat him? Will he be gone for good? Said Harry, blurting out in excitement, knowing that there was an opportunity to defeat Voldemort once and for all. Snape then gave a sad smile and shook his head. No, I'm afraid Harry it won't. It will have a chance to defeat the Dark Lord, yes, but even if we destroy them, victory is not guaranteed. But what will you do then? How can we defeat him for good? Well, Harry, said Snape, it will require one of us, somebody to make the ultimate sacrifice. That, I believe, and Dumbledore believes this as well, is the only way, the one and truly way, that the Dark Lord may be defeated once and for all, Potter. Harry was confused, though, and stared at Snape in disbelief. Sacrifice, Sev? What do you mean? Who's got to make it? And why? What's going on, Sev? What's Dumbledore telling you that he's not telling me? Harry, I don't know how to say this, boy, but in the end, you will have to... Snape didn't know how to say it. He was going to, but hesitation got the better of him. And before he could say the truth and show that he had truly, finally come to care for the boy, that Dumbledore had simply laid us as a pig for slaughter. However, at the moment that he was about to tell the truth to Harry, the door opened to the dungeons, and in popped Dumbledore. He then said in a cold whisper, "Well, Severus, I think you've told the boy enough. Harry, report back to Gryffindor Tower now. I need to have a conversation with Professor Snape." Harry looked confused, and could tell from Snape's expression that he was outraged in being interrupted by the headmaster. Harry knew in that moment that he could do nothing, so he simply nodded and walked out of the dungeons, back to Gryffindor Tower to tell Hermione everything he'd been told by Snape. He was going back to the love of his life, back to Hermione.